immediately attack.
Second foul on Bam Adebayo.
And that's what you're talking about, Coach, getting him in that one-on-one situation. And he's awfully comfortable right now getting to that mid-range jumper.
Adebayo, by the way, has half of the field goals. He's got 10 of the 20 Miami Heat field goals. Jokic fakes. No look pass. Gordon, shot clock winding down, turns, shoots, and comes up short.
But you see the difference when Jimmy Butler is on Gordon. He tries to back him down and bully him in the post. The result is far different than versus the smaller Heat defenders.
Good ball movement here for Miami, and ends with Vincent knocking down his third three-pointer. And they've cut it to 10 quickly, knocking off 7 points.
Hello, but the fact that this team is the first one to get here is special, and people are feeling it. Obviously, the Lakers.
All right, welcome back, friends. We're in the third quarter. We got the Heat versus Nuggets. Enjoy the game. Support the channel. The link and the information are in the description, also in the chat. Let's go. Like the video, subscribe, leave your comments.
I want Miami so desperately to make this a series. Yep. They just look so small. I mean, they just look so small compared to Denver. Denver just looks too big.
I mean, Joker hasn't even shot this game, but he's passing it. Gordon is dominating. Miami has nobody to guard him. Murray's doing his thing. So, like I said, all that talk about rust, I don't believe in rust.
Right.
They earned those days off, and they used it to their advantage, and they're playing fast right now.
What does your mindset have to be when you're pursuing a championship and you have that amount of time off compared to somebody who doesn't necessarily have that time off? What do you have to do in those days off specifically to make sure you're ready?
I text with Jamal during his injury. I was kind of a resource to him.
Yep.
I text with Porter. I just told them to remember last year, these past couple years, and how angry they were when they got beat. They got to remember that.
Man, I hope they don't do this the entire game, but this is terrible. We're already in the third quarter, and we can't get a full screen. That's terrible, ABC.
Finish the deal, and you got to keep that during those off days.
Or ESPN.
62-49. Porter just pulled up. He missed that three. He's made a couple in this game thus far. Jimmy Butler's got the ball. Hasn't been potent offensively, but we'll see what he does as the game progresses. Denver's up 62-49. 9 minutes left in the third quarter. Miami's got to start making some shots. That's Caleb Martin driving to the basket right there. Pass it off. Nobody looks like they want to shoot the ball, Peyton Manning. Is that what you're seeing? That's what I'm seeing.
It does look like that. I mean, rarely do you see Butler this off, and Miami, you would think would kind of be in rhythm just coming off that Celtics series just a couple of days ago, but they're the ones that look rusty.
Right. Speak to this, because a lot of people have looked at the Miami Heat. Pat Riley's in his 19th NBA Finals. Player, coach, executive. I mean, he's done it all, okay? And you look at Eric Spoelstra's 6 NBA Finals. You look at the kind of things that they've accomplished. And a lot of people talk about the Miami Heat culture. What makes good culture or great culture in the world of sports in this day and age in your mind?
It's drafting and signing the kind of players that you want in your building. It's not drafting or hiring the most talented person if he doesn't fit into your locker room, your corporate culture. All the years I was playing football, we were looking for guys that loved football, that would play for free. And Pat Riley wants those kind of guys that are going to do exactly what they're coached to do, unselfish players that put the team over self.
Finding those guys that give you the impression they'll play for free. Do you worry about that?
Sorry about that.
Missed from the game as we move forward.
There's probably fewer now than there used to be, but I still think that the good GMs are vetting that characteristic in players. Would this guy play for free? Does he truly love football or basketball, or is he just doing it because he's tall and he's talented? So the Nuggets have a lot of unselfish players. Right. Their best players practice the hardest, Stephen A. They set the example. The Joker.
Jimmy Butler, you need to step up, boy. Your team is down, hell of a lot.
The building, look out, right? You have a real chance to be successful.
Now, you do understand that as you sit here and you dissect what's transpiring, talking about basketball, talking about football, you do understand that because you know what the hell you're talking about, and everybody knows you know what you're talking about, and you got the credentials to back it up, that when you speak Your voice has you have the ability to impact lives and potentially careers. Have you accepted that now that you got the Manning cast and everything else?
I'm not sure about that. Certainly not in basketball. Nobody should be listening to me about anything in basketball. I'm just a fan, but I appreciate talented players that work hard and that are unselfish. It's rare, and I feel like the Nuggets have a bunch of those guys, and that's why they're on such a special run.
Wow. Denver's up 65-51, 7:44 left in the third quarter. Still's got a commanding lead, still getting to the basket, still making a lot of things happen, obviously attacking Michael Porter's at the free throw line. They're up 15 now, 66-51. As an aside, while I got you here, I'd be remiss in neglecting to ask a football question. How you feel about Aaron Rodgers as a New York Jet?
I like Aaron Rodgers to the Jets.
Because?
He's excited. I like the fact that he knows the system. Hackett's the coordinator. Aaron's going to be able to speak the language. He's going to be able to know the system better than anybody in that huddle. He's going to be able to play fast. He's not going to be thinking out there. And I saw him recently at the Kentucky Derby. I can tell he feels rejuvenated. I like the Jets this year.
How should I feel about your Denver Broncos with Sean Payton here? Russell Wilson didn't have the greatest year last year. I'm not blaming him totally, but obviously there's some things he could have done better. Are you feeling better about your Denver Broncos for this upcoming season?
Just saw Russell Wilson down there. Sean Payton is sitting next to me. Sean has brought some new juice here. He's going to get the best out of Russell. Russell feels rejuvenated as well. I like my Broncos. I wish the Chiefs would get out of the division, Stephen A. Unfortunately, they're not going anywhere.
They're not going to
so we still got some work to do.
I like Sean Payton a lot. I think he's a great coach.
Good
you think he's a great coach?
For sure, 100%. And he's going to bring that championship mentality back to the Broncos, just like the Nuggets have right now.
You know what? One more football question. I'm looking at Lamar Jackson. He got his money. He's in Baltimore. They've got some expectations. But I'm looking at Josh Allen, and I've got expectations for him, too. Took a step back, slight step back, once Brian Dable left to go take the head coaching job with the New York Giants. When you scour the AFC, forget about Patrick Mahomes. We know what he stands for. Who are you looking at?
Well, I still like the usual suspects. I like Cincinnati. I like Buffalo. Look, the expectations for Josh Allen are fair. I lived that for a long time. Hey, you're having these great regular seasons. You get in the playoffs. It's not going well. Look, it comes with the territory. Josh knows that. I mean, nobody wants to bring a championship more to Buffalo than Josh Allen, and I think that he will. It's just, look, Burrow and Mahomes are going to be here for a while.
That's right.
They're not going anywhere. So if you're going to beat them, somebody's got to take it from them.
That's the beauty of football this upcoming season, because I think Aaron Rodgers can beat both of them. Who
Yes.
knows? If anybody could, he could. But anyway, it was great seeing you. I just want you to know that everybody's worried because you were a great football player. We know you could be in the booth anytime you want to. You got your own production company. You're inventing alt cast. I'm even duplicating you right now, working with you to pull up. We don't know what's next. All we know is that whatever you do, you're going to win. You're going to be successful.
Well, I appreciate it. Thanks for having me on.
You, buddy. Thank you so much for being here.
Go Nuggets.
The great Peyton Manning. Go Nuggets. I mean, they are up 13. They're big. And by the way, Peyton Manning, I mean, we all knew this already, but standing next to him, I'm 6'1", and I still feel like I'm the small man in the big man's contest. This guy's tall here, okay? This guy's tall. He's got some height on him. Denver's got some height on him. Look at that. Let me see that right there. What you got up there right there?
Bring it in.
Bring it in.
Bring it in.
That's their slogan.
That's
Bring
the
it in.
theme. Yep, it's working.
That's the thing.
It's
That's
working.
the thing. 6:12 left in the third quarter, 71-55. Denver's up 16. The great Peyton Manning was kind enough to join me. Thanks again, my brother.
Thank you, pal.
Bring it in.
Appreciate it.
Bring it in.
Bring it in, baby.
Bring it in.
I like it.
Back with more in a minute.